that CrossSync protocol, making blockchain truly interoperable. So you all know that in today's world, a lot of messenger protocols have come into the market, uh, like Axler, Wormhole, Chainlink CCIP. Now, Teleporter on Avalanche has also come into the market to like support the cross communication to subnets. But one of the problems faced by all of these protocols, and specifically the users and the developers building using these protocols, is that all these protocols are scattered across chains. They are not available on all the chains. And if you want to do a communication between, let's say, 12 chains, and one of the provider only supports the 5 chains and another provider supports another 5 chains, uh, then you have to integrate both of them, understand both of these protocols, and then implement it, which is like a cumbersome task. Managing the fees and all that is a very difficult task to do. So to make this all easy for developers and users, and to bring a protocol which is making the interoperability across all chains possible through only one protocol, CrossSync has been created. So we are a cross-chain messengers aggregator protocol. We are not a DEX and bridge aggregator. We are a messengers aggregator. You can send cross-contract calls and liquidity through us through a common interface, and you can build DEXs applications on top of us. So currently we are supporting uh, the messengers that have been supported are like the Teleporter, Hyperlane, Chainlink CCIP, Wormhole, Xler, Connext. So you don't have to integrate each of them in your own code. You just have to integrate us, which is like the crossing gateway, and you can just send a message providing the route ID. Or and we also support the multi-hop, like using multiple messengers to send cross contract calls to a destination chain. So you just have to integrate with us using our interface, and you can send your messages across any of these messengers. Uh, and if you have to receive the message on the other side, you just have to implement the iCrossSync receiver implementer, which is the receive message, where you will get the source chain ID, source address, and the payload. So all the things in between, what messengers are doing, how the layers are being abstracted away from the users and the developers. So we are like easy to use, almost available on all chains, and we have like auto routing also, which is now implemented as a test phase 1, and then the common and fee structure. So this is the basically our flow diagram, where like the crossing gateway interacts with all the individual implementations of the messengers protocol, and then those implementations talk with the routers, gateway, or the specific stuff, and then we ultimately process the data and send it to uh, the final recipient, which has actually the user and the developer's contract. So let me show you a demo. So this is like I have created a tester contract which is deployed on Polygon, Avalanche, and uh, a dispatch subnet, to show you how you can send a message from Avalanche from Polygon directly to the dispatch subnet. So it is not possible as of now, because Avalanche, the teleporter messenger is only supporting messages from Avalanche to subnets and subnets to Avalanche. But if you want to send from another chain, let's say Polygon, Ethereum, Sepolia, then you have to maybe integrate another messenger and do the routing. But with us, once you implement us, you don't have to do it. So we will just send a cross contract call to the destination chain, which is the dispatch subnet from the Polygon, and basically under the hood it will basically do. So these are the contracts deployed on all the chains. So I will just do like if you just see, like I have created just a function which I will call from here, and I'm basically using the crossing gateway to create the messaging payload, which is the destination address and the data, and then I am calling the destination ID, the route ID, the payload, and all that stuff. So let me show you this. This is the Polygon network state. This is the dispatch network testnet tester contract where we should receive the message. So let me copy this dispatch networks and I will just paste this. So this is the address of the final destination. This is the destination chain ID of dispatch network, and then we will just call like hello from Polygon. I have to provide the fee as well. So I had not provided the fee, that's why it gave an error. So I will provide approximately 2 ETH or 2 Matic. Okay, so this is for the Xler payment, the Xler and the whole payment. So you have to calculate it using the SDK that we are creating. So I have just sent the message. So the transaction is successful. The transaction hash on the Polygon scan, Mumbai Polygon scan, you will see, yeah, so the transaction has happened as well. We are supporting chainlink, CCIP, hyperlane, etc. If I just see the transaction hash, uh, the thing is, if I go in logs, see the teleporter send cross chain message has been executed automatically. Now it will go to the through the teleporter to the final destination, which is the dispatch subnet. So I can copy the message ID to see the status of this. And if I go on basically the status page, the this API, and if I just query the message ID, we will see that the message is executed. Okay, this is the message ID. The teleporter source blockchain ID is this avalanche, then this from address this to, and ultimately it's delivered and completed. So if I just open this transaction hash on a wax subnet and dispatch subnet, this would have been completed. Yeah, this is a transaction just 1 minute ago it has been executed. And if you will check the logs, you will find I have emitted an event which would be present here. So yeah, so this is the event. You can see that I had emitted. If I show you the remix, I had emitted the event, the received message, and this is what is present, like hello from Polygon. So from Polygon to subnet, we have reached through Xler and Teleporter. So you can see how this protocol is extending the functionality of existing messengers and providing a very powerful tool for interoperability between all the blockchains. So the documentation is there. You can do these transactions through other protocols as well. So these are the supported networks currently we are on. Then these are the deployed addresses of the CrossSync gateway, the implementation contracts. So this is like the dispatch subnet, the teleporter implementation. The same way for Chainlink, it is present on multiple chains, the Chainlink CCIP implementation. And these are the route IDs. The six is for if you want to send individual messages only, like let's say from Avalanche to dispatch subnet, from Polygon to Avalanche, or like ZKEVM to Starknet, etc. Then you can use our crossing gateway as well. It is for single message sending as well as for multi-hop message sending. So the best part is like the interface is common between all the messengers, so you don't have to change the syntax, you don't have to integrate each of these messengers. It's just one thing. So these are the stuff and everything is present, and these are the contracts, which is like easy to, we can add any messenger at any time. So you can see these are the implementation contracts of each uh, uh, messenger. This is for the teleporter contract, which basically handles sending of messages. I have taken care of all the security aspect as well. The thing is, when we receive the message, we check like whether the message has already been seen. There is a further checking like whether we are getting the single messages, there is no double re-entrancy track. And then everything is checked, then it goes to CrossSync gateway, which has a lot of functions. and it has a function called as send message, which basically do a lot of checkings, processings, and ultimately send the message to the final destination. And it has the handle receive function as well, which basically handles the multi-hop receives and other stuff.